Hello and welcome to episode 134 of the Focus on Gaming podcast. I'm Duncan.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Tom.
And on this episode, we're going to be talking about Zap Live that myself and Tom attended. We're going to be talking about Steam Deck and the fact that you probably can't afford one now. Some game reviews and and a quiz from Martin as well.
Yeah.
Bit of trivia. Yeah.
Anyway, so all three of us.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. How are we all doing? We all good?
Very good.
Yeah, I'm good. Good to be back after a few months.
It's also a heat wave at the moment over in the UK. So you enjoying that?
Yeah, I've got 26 gnat bites. I've been counting. So
yeah, we don't do sun or gnats or mosquitoes over here, really, do we?
No.
Well, we do. We just Brits like to complain about them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we complain when it's cold, and then when we get hot, we're like, got to get a nice weather. We complain that it's too hot, but
yeah,
it was really hot. It has been really hot though. Yeah. I went to Inflatable World yesterday. It was like it's just this big field essentially with just fancy castles in there, but it was just a big open field with no area of shade. And yeah.
And you could hear the children peeling off the bouncy castles.
Yeah, well, they were like, in the end, they were just saying it's too hot.
Gross.
And so there was this random bit in the middle of the park where it was like a big inflatable giant paddling pool, essentially, and they decided to start filling that up, and pretty much every child in the park was in there.
That's
because no one wanted to. They were all just there, like sliding around, just banking around, and there weren't that many, and I reckon it was because of the heat. But there was there was about 15, 20 children just all in this big giant
being pushed out by the adults.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not really gaming related, but
So me and Tom, Martin, we went to Zap Live in Coventry last week. A Commodore 64 retro event. It has people trade selling various games and hardware and modern hardware, retro sort of old parts and all sorts of things. Had a whole room. What did you say, Tom? About 70 machines set up of various kinds.
Things. You had a go on the Virtual Boy, didn't you?
Oh, I did have a go on the Virtual Boy. I sucked at Mario Tennis.
In fact, you ran the battery out.
No, that was later on. Somebody else did that. That definitely wasn't me. Well, I contributed to it.
Yeah.
And then they had some talks, including we had Gary Bracey there, who I did briefly say hello to, who we've interviewed before.
We had an interview with them, didn't we?
Yeah, they had a load of the Ocean Software team there, from Simon Butler, Paul Hughes, Colin Porch, and so on.
Who was the developer, the Lamatron?
Oh,
Jeff Minter, isn't it?
Yes, Jeff Minter.
Jeff Minter.
Yeah.
Likes his Guinness, but he was a very funny guy.
Yeah.
They had some great developers, some really good talks. And it was at a hotel, so if you wanted to stay over the night before or later in the evening, it was not a bad event.
It was really good. I thought there could be more traders there, and I appreciate it was an 8-bit event, but it was still really good, and we were there all day, weren't we?
I'm more of a sit and play the retro devices and chat to them. The one person who I think we're currently maybe chatting to, but I love chatting to, and I chatted to him for about 10-15 minutes while you were looking at somewhere else, was the adventure guy, Gilsoft.
Yes, we're going to be interviewing hopefully.
Who did Quill, which was basically a create your own adventure game software for the Commodore 64. And I'd love to have something like that really easily. It was basically like a way of getting a flowchart into a game. And that's all adventure games are. They're just a flowchart, but you could get certain words interacting. And I had a great time chatting to him. Very passionate about it. And he had pictures and all the stuff from back in the 80s when they were creating it and sending it all around the world. Great events. What was your key memory, let's say?
The talks are fantastic. I mean, they're really good, especially when the guy was getting drunk and going, why the F did you go into management? But I really, really enjoyed playing on the Vectrix. That was a bit of a highlight.
Yes, because the Vectrix Mini was there as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, there are 2 full-size ones and then the Mini.
Yeah, so the Mini one was one of David's prototypes.
Yes.
So it wasn't a for sale copy. And I'd never played on Vectrix. And when we did the interview with David, I said I wanted to play on one. No, I have.
Yeah.
But we got to see, what was it, Donkey Kong? You were playing the sort of, it was like a Tempest kind of thing, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. Well, we had a CD TV there. They had original PlayStations and things in a side room. That was the dark side. Obviously, it wasn't 8-bit.
They had an arcade room as well.
They did, and we had a few.
But in terms of the devices, you say that it was like the consoles and stuff, but even the amount of computers, there was probably about 50 different types of computer.
They even had a guy that was producing new games for the Nokia N-Gage.
Yes.
Wow.
So, yes.
Yes. I must say he was producing. Well, he produced about 3 games for various platforms. But N-Gage, NES, Super Nintendo, all sorts.
From where the money is. N-Gage.
Yeah, we had a good chat because I've got a developer unit for the N-Gage, and sort of all packed away, obviously. And he was quite keen for us to review his game, so he's going to be sending a copy of the game. I'm just hoping the N-Gage still works.
So you're one of the few people of an N-Gage.
Well, yeah, and the prototype for it, the one we had, when the release version, you had to remove the battery to put the games in and remove the games. But on the prototype, you didn't have to do that.
Okay.
So
because that was one of the things that killed it off, really, wasn't it?
It was massively.
The fact that you had to dismantle it to play a game.
Yeah, and I think if I remember rightly, you had to take the casing off, the battery out, lift the SIM tray, and the game in underneath. From top of my memory, I mean, I'm not sure if that's fully correct, but it's more or less.
It was a pain in the backside.
Yeah. However, it did have some great games. So, for mobile games in them days, to have something like that was capable of playing Sega Rally, Sonic. What else was there? There was a version of Tomb Raider. I mean, it was very good for what it was. So,
yeah. It could have been very good for what it was.
Could have been better.
If the hardware was better, not as in the sort of CPU type hardware, but if it worked better as a handheld device. But
I don't think it was a very good phone either, to be honest.
Did it have a camera? I can't remember it. I can remember it, but I can't remember much about it.
With
all due respect, Martin, you were probably about 6. So.
No, I think I was an adult when it came out. I forgot. I'm more than 10 years older than him, aren't I?
I was 14 when it came out.
Well, I weren't far off. So.
Wow. But no, the N-Gage sucks, but having something modern for it is quite intriguing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Definitely.
But hopefully we'll have some news. So for me, probably, as well as talking to that adventure game guy, it was probably the talks. Hearing Jeff Minter chat. The other guy, what was his name? Stock, wasn't it? It's something stock. He made Daredevil Danny. Daredevil. Is it Daredevil Danny? No.
We were paying attention.
It was a C64 game, was it?
I can't
Dennis. Remember. Daredevil Dennis.
That's
the one.
Rob Hubbard. Yeah.
And the creator of it was just I will find it. Simon Pick.
Yes.
He came back with some very quick comebacks to Jeff Minter's sort of sarcastic comments.
Funny, very funny.
Yeah, he was very good.
I think we'll go again. I think we'll probably go next year.
Hopefully, get some more contacts before we actually arrive this time.
Yeah, and we'll be going we're coming to another event. We're going to be at the Nottingham, or is it the
Video Game Expo?
Yep, in July. So we'll be there as well if anyone wants to come say hi.
Yep, July the 18th in Nottingham. So come and say hello to us.
We're going to get a little discount code up for you for tickets, probably fine next week. So if you want to get the money off the tickets, you can.
Keep an eye on our socials.
That's the one.
Excellent. Right.
So,
excellent. So, Destiny 2. Either of you ever played it?
No. Well, yes, but not lately.
Not lately, but yeah, I used to play a lot.
Yeah, you're not alone in that you haven't been playing it lately, because not many people have. And Destiny 2 support has officially ended. No. So it's still online. You can still play it, but there will be no more updates, no more DLC, nothing right now. So it is essentially dead in the water. And for me, even though I've never particularly played it a lot, it's quite big. Quite a big thing, I think, because it was the first massive game as a service kind of thing. Like an online, play it over and over again, that kind of thing. And yeah, so the fact that that's dying, is it a sign of things to come?
Probably.
Is that your official stance?
That's my stance. Yeah,
I mean, it's quite an old game, isn't it? I think I know like things like World of Warcraft is older, and that's been going on for years and years. It's still popular, but like things usually most of the time they have to. I don't know. Now I'm saying it because then they add DLCs and stuff, don't they, to keep games going, but.
Yeah, because I was never quite sure how it worked with their DLC, because it was almost like they killed off DLC that had come before or something like that. And I was never quite sure. Was it like you just pay for this DLC and then a year later it stopped working, or what happened? I don't know. But yeah. So Bungie obviously have Marathon out at the moment. So if Marathon ends up dying a death, what have Bungie got really anymore? They were the creators of Halo.
Yeah, and they've been cutting their staff, haven't they?
Yeah, unfortunate. They are owned by PlayStation now, I believe.
I thought a new Halo game was due out. So
not Bungie though, is it?
Yeah, but it hasn't been Bungie since Halo 3, I want to say, was the last Bungie one. I'm just going a quick look, but yeah.
Halo Waypoint. Yeah.
Yeah, so Halo 3 was Bungie, but then Halo 4, I believe, was the first 343. Yeah, 343 Industries did Halo 4. Yeah, so ever since Halo 4, it hasn't been Bungie, and Bungie were then bought, I believe, by PlayStation, a subsidiary of... Yep, from 2022. Because they separated from Microsoft Game Studios in 2007, and they were bought by Sony Interactive in 2022. So I think we could probably say, unless Marathon suddenly explodes and becomes really popular, R.I.P. Bungie.
Well, but
I think they'll be gone in a year.
It depends how many people attend Halo Fest in Seattle in December. Who knows?
Well, yeah, that would be nice if. Problem with Destiny 2 is that people haven't been playing it. Like you said, you haven't been playing it, and not many people have been playing it. So
I've forgotten about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about any particular DLC that was that had been coming out anywhere, but they were only bought 4 years ago for $3.5 billion. Oof.
Well, they've got plenty of jobs. They've had lots of jobs on their website going, so can't be going that bad.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm being very negative here, but they've had Destiny 2 come out in 2017, nothing since then, and now they've had Marathon, which hasn't been poorly. It's been accepted quite well. It's been reviewed well. It had some problems. I think there was something to do with AI stuff in it or something, or there was something, I don't know, whatever it was. But so hopefully it will get them back into the swing of things, and maybe they'll make some more. But within us, I think we can establish that all three of us are like, Destiny 2's gone.
Well, but also, it must be costing them a lot to run all the servers for these games. So eventually, they've got to just knock them off. And
they have the servers according to how many people are playing it, and if people are playing it, then they create DLC for it. So if they're not playing it, they're not creating DLC, then they probably don't have to spend that much on the servers. But yeah. I just didn't like the fact that there was a lot of the big stuff that you could do in it. You had to do with lots of other people.
Yeah.
If the difficulty was scaled for if you were playing it solo, I would have played Destiny a lot. I played the alpha of Destiny and the beta that they released and all sorts. I was really looking forward to it. And then, it was just what do they call them? Like the big bosses that you had to do lots of platforming, and there was puzzles.
Nightfall, was Nightfall where it was, if you tried to, you'd have to have like a large party.
There was some of them you literally had to have 6 people, and if you didn't have 6 people, you couldn't do the puzzles that were in the missions. It's like, what? I either don't want to play with other people, or a lot of people. I have 6 friends, so you've got to rely on somebody you don't know to stay in this mission for the whole time. So
it's a lot.
Never the biggest fan, but it played very well. The gun feel was very good. The graphics were good. The maneuvering was very good. Yeah, but it's dead now. So anyway,
that's the end of that.
Yeah, that's the end. So tough. If you want to play it now, you can, but you ain't going to get anything new. Anybody here want to buy a Steam Deck?
Not at that price.
No, because it's gone massively up in price. I think in the UK at the moment, the 1 terabyte OLED on the Steam app is £780.
It's rather mental.
That is seen as, I think it started at the original price for the 1 terabyte OLED. That is the OLED. So it was something like 500 and something. And now it is in the US, I believe it's gone up $200 to $950. So
crazy.
That is crazy.
So the Switch 2 and the PlayStation increased their prices recently, haven't they? So
Yeah, in fact, the only one that hasn't is the ROG Xbox. And
guessing it's external factors.
No, it's because it was a rip-off in the first place, and they can't make it any more expensive. Let's get it right.
No, but I mean, it's external factors why the others are going up.
Yeah, they're all going up because memory and storage has rocketed in prices because of AI. So once the AI boom bubble bursts, then hopefully prices will come down. But at the moment, if you see something going for cheap, free, like a Steam Deck or an Xbox Ally X, if you can get it and you want to buy it, get it now before it goes up in price. The Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X will they are cheap at the moment because the Xbox Ally X is roughly the same price as the 1 terabyte Steam Deck and is a lot more powerful. Granted, the Steam Deck is still the superior experience and has the OLED screen, but it won't play as many games.
How are you both getting on with your devices?
Oh, I'm loving my my Xbox Ally X. Yeah, I can play all my Xbox games, and the save I have on the console is available on the handheld PC. But it is a handheld PC though, and if you don't want to tinker, you'll still be all right. But it's best if you have basic PC knowledge.
Okay,
at least.
You, Martin?
I'm very happy as well. Which is a good thing because I'm kind of tied to it for 3 years. So I don't like it.
And I'm very happy with my son's Steam Deck, so we're all good.
Yeah, that's the thing. With the Xbox Ally X, if anything more powerful comes out in the next couple of years, I'll be like, oh, that's lovely, that is. But yeah, I'm not going to be again because the wife wasn't particularly happy that I got this anyway. But at the end of the day, it was my money, so she's still supportive. And it means that I can play with my son as well. When he's playing on Xbox, I can play the game on handheld. So
your money, do what you want with it.
Yeah, it's my money. Keep your money up.
I've been working 9 to 5, not buying what I want. I don't care if we've got no food in the fridge.
Working 9 to 5.
I can just imagine the reaction he'd get if he said that to his missus.
Yeah, he knows my missus, and she's lovely.
Yeah,
but I still wouldn't say that to her.
No, because she'd duff him up. So, yeah.
So, no, you definitely wouldn't. I mean, the base Steam Deck or the base one is now because there's no more LCDs. They are just the 512 and 1 terabyte OLED versions. And I think it's something like 550, 600 pounds for the 512. So you are better off getting the base Xbox Ally at the moment. It is actually cheaper. And pretty much they're comparable in power.
And they both run Steam, don't they? So if you want to.
Yeah. So. But obviously the one has Windows, the one you have to play, you have to tinker to get the other launchers, and you can't play natively. You can't play Xbox Store, like Windows Store games on Steam Deck. So yeah, the experience is definitely superior on the Steam Deck, but it is lower powered, and yeah, you can't play if you want to play your Xbox games, you can only do it via cloud. But yeah,
and you can play your Windows games you bought on the Windows Store as well.
On Windows Store. So those are the games that are Play Anywhere with Xbox. No, the UWP games you cannot play on Steam Deck.
No, but on your one you can.
On my one I can, yeah, because it's Windows. You know, the Xbox Ally X and the original Ally and Ally X, the Legion Go and Legion Go 2, both all Windows. You can put Steam OS on them and get that superior experience, but you then lose the ability to to play the Windows Store games, which means that you can't play games natively that you or have the save from the Xbox. You can dual boot as well if you want, but that's a pain in the backside.
So could you not do them on dual boot so you can have Steam and Windows games?
Yes, you can. To be honest, if you mainly have Steam Big Picture mode is now basically Steam OS.
Right.
So all you have to do is start up Steam or pick Steam to boot into Big Picture as soon as you start the hardware, and you get Steam OS. But then you also have the ability of just having Windows on there as well. So, yeah, okay. As you can tell, I'm coming around. I still love the Steam Deck. Steam Deck was a fantastic piece of kit, but I am starting to love the ROG Xbox Ally X more. It's definitely got better in the last, what is it now, 5 months, 6 months? It was November, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's Steam Deck prices. Right, so Tom, what have you been playing recently?
Well, at first I said I hadn't been playing anything, but I was wrong. I have been playing Battle of Middle-earth 2.
Of course, yes.
And very much enjoying it.
Via what platform?
On PC. Because it's the only place to play it that's worth playing. And yeah, been really, really good. Lost every single match so far. But that won't last long. But yeah, really enjoy it. It's such a great game. Never gets old as far as I'm concerned. Have either of you ever played it?
Probably. It's a strategy game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you set your army up, you build your various things and go and gain resources.
Conquer kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it now. It was only released on PC and Xbox 360. By the looks of it.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I have played a lot of Lord of the Rings games, but not this one.
No, definitely worth a go if you've got the ability to play it. Duncan was telling me you can also play it on Android now as well, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, you can. There is. I was looking up a Windows emulator kind of thing to play games. I can't remember what it's called. It's something like Winlator or something like that. Winlator. Winlator is an Android app that lets you run Windows applications with Wine and Box 8664. So yeah, you should be able to, with a bit of setting up, play it on your phone.
Who are you playing it against? Other players or computer?
I've got it set up so I can do either. So there is a private server thing called, where is it? It's called Tungle, I think it is.
Oh yeah, Tungle.
Yeah, and they have weird name. They have Battle for Middle-earth 2 on there, but you can just set up between you and your friend, and like you just set up your own room and things like that. And it's really good. Yeah, so I've got a friend of mine who lives about a mile down the road, and for years we've played this. I've known him for like nearly 30 years, and we would play on it for hours on it. So it's a definite great game. I mean, the special edition, even today, it goes for sort of 25 quid. It isn't something that has dropped in price, and it's brilliant. And there is the community behind the homebrew stuff is brilliant. You've got 4K maps, you've got mods to increase your troops up to sort of like 20,000 troops or unlimited troops. I think there's another one which doesn't run very well, but still. There was a 4K remake being done called Reforged, but it seems to have sort of fallen apart at the moment. So it's just a great game. It really is.
Cool. So
Duncan, what have you been playing?
Well, big new games in there at the moment. I've been playing the big ones. Now, I'll start off with the one that I haven't played enough to review, which is came out. Well, you can start playing it on the Tuesday, 24 hours early. Was 007 First Light. So I have played it a little bit. For those who have played it as well, I've done the training and the first mission in the nightclub. So I don't feel I've done it enough yet to review, but my hands-on sort of a preview so far. Yes, it as we expected, it's not Hitman, but it definitely has the Hitman DNA in it. It's a stealth-based game with a lot of Uncharted sections in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like Uncharted, if you like Hitman, you will like this game so far. And that's only, as I said, only in the sort of first 2 or 3 hours that I've played. So full review, hopefully by next time, where I'll probably have already completed it once or twice. But yeah, so far it's reviewed very well. It's been getting 8s and 9s and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the journey over the next few days. But the one I have played a lot of is Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon 6 comes to Japan. It is mostly the same kind of thing, just based in Japan. It's got the same inane story stuff that you're not interested in. You're just like, please let me race. It's giving you cars hand over fist all the time, gives you loads of money so that you can upgrade quite easily. You can pick a car and upgrade it, no problem. But it looks, same as other Forza Horizons, it looks absolutely amazing. The cars drive really well, and they all drive differently according to how they actually would drive. Now, in this version, the trees and things that you are around, you can actually knock down a lot more. In previous versions, there's been sort of big trees you haven't been able to drive through, and they just stop you, or you crash or flip over or whatever. Now you can barrel through forests and not care. So there's a lot more of that. It's still buildings and things like that you can't go through, although there's various greenhouses you can. And it's got all the same things for rallies, dirt races, street races, speed traps, speed zones, drift races, drift zones, boards that you can pick. You don't have to. Fast travel is free this time as well. You don't have to buy a house or collect various fast travel boards to make it cheaper. It is from the moment you start playing the game, fast travel is free, but you can only fast travel to roads that you've visited. So yeah, it's a fantastic racing game, and if you love your cars, if you love your racing games, you're gonna absolutely love this. Highly recommended. 9 out of 10 all day long.
Cool.
There you go.
Looking forward to playing it, actually. So
yeah. You penciled it in for this weekend?
Yes, I'm getting Game Pass on Saturday, so
Excellent.
I will be playing, which would be good.
So, and you are also, as we talked about last time, looking forward to Mixtape.
Mixtape, Indiana Jones, a few of them, yeah.
You've started that, haven't you, Martin?
Yeah, I played it for about an hour and a half, so I haven't done much on it. I feel like I enjoyed it.
What do you think of the main character?
She's like her music.
I heard she's quite unlikable.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
She's
just like, I think she's just your stereotypical jittery teen who, I don't know.
Yeah, so she's. It's not that she's evil sort of horrible person. She's just a bit selfish. She's a bit sort of a what I like is what is correct, and what other people don't like is not correct, kind of thing.
They did their research then.
So, but she is. You want her to have a positive outcome still.
Okay.
In the story, so it's not like you don't hate her, but she isn't very nice sometimes.
Right.
There's not much action in it at the moment. I don't know if that like.
No, it is just a series of little mini games. Some walking around somebody's room with some hearing memories. I think if you rush, you could probably finish it in 2 or 3 hours.
No action I've had so far is when I was in a trolley.
Oh yeah, yes. Yes, you have to escape in a trolley. But yeah, there's all sorts of weird things that you get to do, like being a Godzilla. The music in the Godzilla section is fantastic. Dun 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 dun. You basically, it puts the camera, whenever you hold the trigger down, you're pretending to be a Godzilla.
Sounding more like Addams Family for a second.
Fantastic music.
It's set in the 90s, isn't it? The game.
Yeah, basically, because they've all got. There's like I think. What is it? You see a lot of CD players, and she talks about the fact that the school have a CD burning machine, and it cost them $30,000. So I think it might be early 90s.
They had she had a CD by Portishead.
Yeah.
There's a band near me. I live near Portishead.
Yeah, I love Portishead. Yeah, they were great.
And the album was out. I think it was like 1994 was the album. It was Dummy.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So at the very minimum, it has to be 1994 or later.
Yeah,
based on that's my detective skills there.
Yeah. So they formed Portishead and Hiatus. Yeah. So I mean, I remember my brother had all their first few albums, and I'd just copy them off him. But yeah, the soundtrack is fantastic, and it's got everything. It's got pop. It's got things like Portishead. You sort of dreamy kind of psychedelic kind of music. It's got rock. It's got pop. It's got country and experimental songs and all sorts of things.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the music.
Yeah, it's got some very funny bits, and and obviously the whole point of it is that it's their last night together, so you get some emotional sections, and it's a really good story. I compared it, if you've seen both films of what's the one with the music out store? But anyway, do you know Superbad?
Yeah.
Now, High Fidelity, that's the one.
Okay.
If you had like a High Fidelity and Superbad had a baby, and that's pretty much Mixtape.
It's hard to
Not
imagine.
quite as crazily funny as Superbad, but it has its moments. Yeah, so really, I highly recommend people play it, but just don't expect it's not a Call of Duty song game.
I did play it expecting it to be like Call of Duty. So
like, why haven't I killed anybody yet in this teen drama?
What's the gun?
It's America. It's set in America, so there probably was lots of guns, just
you're not hard enough,
not visible. So, anybody been playing anything else?
No, nothing.
No. I can't remember if I had completed Replaced when we last recorded. I don't think we had it. I don't think
you had. No.
No, so I have now completed that game, and I'd highly recommend if you like sci-fi games, if you like, sort of atmospheric, sci-fi. The fighting in it it's not that often. You'll go through periods of like screen after screen of enemies where you have to defeat them in Arkham Asylum style, where you attack, then you have to press deflect or dive out of some way and get rid of somebody's armor and that kind of thing. So you get a bit of action, and then you'll get a bit of puzzle, and then you'll get a bit of walking around chatting to people, and then you get a bit of platforming, and then you get a bit of action, then you get a bit of running to the right for 10 minutes. But yeah, it's a fantastic game, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I was getting up in the morning and looking forward to the time where I would be able to conclude the story. And yeah, there's some sad bits. It's basically about an AI that gets put into a man's body and how he becomes, or not how he becomes more human, but how he discovers what humanity is like. And it's set in some dystopian world where people are used for their parts, like literally, parts of their body. Could be hands, arms, kidneys, livers.
Filmed by with Robin Williams in it, and he was a robot. Remember that?
Centennial Man.
Yeah, and then at the end, he gets classed as a human, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So imagine that just without the family. It's not very family friendly. There's lots of. I mean, you can literally squish people when you kill them, kind of thing. And at one point, somebody does get squished by a giant, like, pillar or something. So, all good fun. But yeah, so that's Replace. That's on Game Pass as well, and it's on all of the platforms. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Yeah, do you know what? I'd give that maybe a. It has got the problems of it where sometimes you just walk into the right and you're walking from one place to another and walking, and it's sort of go this way, go that way kind of thing. So I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. If it had a bit more in it that was interesting constantly, then yeah, it would have been higher. So yeah, there you go.
I'm quite looking forward to playing the new Resident Evil.
Or Requiem.
Yeah.
I just,
I
haven't completed any of them recently because the 7 and 8 were just, 7 particularly were too scary. Because I'm a wimp.
Yes, you are.
Play it with the brightness settings as high as possible.
But no, I'm looking forward to playing it, and I feel like I'm going to play it on Game Pass on the VR because I feel like it's going to be much more scary. So
9 isn't on Game Pass.
Yeah. Requiem isn't. It Villages, but not Requiem.
Yeah, Village and 7. Yeah.
Hopefully they bring Requiem to Game Pass then.
Yeah, maybe eventually, but I think 7 didn't come on till it was about sort of 3 years old.
Yeah.
So don't hold your breath, because also it's been really successful. Really successful with a company like Capcom is going to be like, yeah, we're not giving you this. We're making enough money, thanks.
They'll probably release it just before they release the new Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Which is why you can play Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment on Game Pass, because 7 is coming to Xbox. I think the first 2. So what is it? Intergrade and Rebirth.
Although Requiem is only £45 on PlayStation, so down from 64. So yeah, there's also a free trial as well. So be checking that out.
Excellent. Well, I don't know about you guys, but although we've only been talking for 45 minutes, I think we've fitted in quite a lot today.
We didn't.
So now,
Martin, what he's been playing.
Well, he said he
his
hadn't been.
mixtape.
Oh yeah, Mixtape. Other than that, he said, "Have you been playing anything else, Martin?"
Crash Bandicoot. About Time.
Oh yes,
and
you did say that. Sorry.
Yes.
Rocket League. I'm back playing Rocket League, which isn't a good thing. That's why I was late.
Oh dear. How's your controller doing?
I'm playing it on my Legion Go, so I have to not snap it up.
It's like, I'm gonna throw this. Oh no, I'm not.
Did you see the reveal for the new?
Yeah, it's going to be on Unreal 6, Engine 6. I watched it when they revealed it at the. I watch all the esports with Rocket League, so they revealed it.
Updating it to the new engine, are they?
Yeah, they're skipping 5, just goes straight to 6. So it's quite a big
That's
thing.
not going to be for a couple of years, though, is it?
Yeah, it's 2027 at least. So so I'm playing Rocket League at the moment. I'll probably uninstall it by next week because the first day I only got it I only installed it today, and my back's really my neck's really hurting from
your neck, your back. So yeah,
let's
not sing that song. Anyway, so what I was getting to Martin though, because I was saying we talked about it a lot. So let's go for Martin's quiz time.
Exciting time.
So do we have to have a jingle here? I haven't got anything on my computer for jingle style, so we could sing something if you want.
Martin's quiz. Martin's quiz. Focus on gaming. Martin's quiz. Yeah, how will Duncan and Tom get on?
I apologise to our listeners for this dreadful moment on the podcast.
I thought that was an excellent piece of singing there, Martin. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, so come on then.
So the quiz, it's gonna. I'll like I do usually. You can be together as a team. There's 16 questions. I was going to get to 20 and I ran out of steam and I was like, I can't think of any more. But it's going to hit your knowledge on gaming, but also a bit of history as well. So I'm going. Are we
talking gaming history or Henry VIII type history?
So I'm going to say two things, and you've got to say what happened first. So I'll say something that happened in just general history, and then something that happened in gaming history. And then you've got to say either, you say what happened first, or if it happened on the same year, you can say, I think it happened on the same year. So the things that I'm going to say, they happen very close to each other. So it does make it a bit trickier.
1989, 1990.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be something like the Xbox ROG Ally X came out,
and the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Battle of Hastings happened. What happened first? And then you see they're good. So I'll start with the quiz, and then it'll make me more sense when I go. So first one, Dolly the sheep becomes the first mammal to be cloned, or is born, or Sony enters the home console market. So what happened first? Dolly the sheep or Sony PlayStation? All happened at the same time.
I think Dolly was about 1994. What do you think, Tom?
I think that.
What was PS1? PS1 was 95?
I think PS1 was first.
You think it was before Dolly?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to go for Dolly. I think Dolly was first. Okay, looks like we've been separate then.
All right,
so
separate.
I'm going to go for Dolly. Tom is going for PS1.
Right, so you both know that the Sony PlayStation was 1995.
Yeah.
Dolly the sheep was born in 1996. So
Tom gets the point.
Sony PlayStation was before Dolly the sheep. Okay, so the first ever home console was released, or the moon landings. When I say moon landings, I mean
moon landings was 69.
I would say false.
What?
I would say that the moon landings were before the first home console.
Yeah, I was going to say the first home console. It's what are you classing as the first home console?
Well, first home console to buy, it was released in the retail.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say moon landings because the moon landings were 69, and I think the first home consoles were in like 71, 72.
Yeah, and it would either be something like the Beanatone or the Magnavox or something like that. So I think Duncan's bang on with that, definitely.
Your knowledge is impressive because it is the Magnavox Odyssey. Was the first console, and that was released in 1972. So you're both correct because the moon landing was 1969. So I should be keeping a tab on this, aren't I? Tom,
I'm keeping score. Don't worry. Okay. Tom is one up on 2, and I am on 1.
Okay, next up. So SNES was released in Japan. Or the Berlin Wall fell.
Oh, that's what I just said a minute ago. What year that was? Do you want me to tell you what year that was, Tom?
I think the SNES was released in Japan in 91. Berlin Wall came down in 92. I think.
Berlin Wall, I think.
What you're saying? So you're saying Berlin Wall first, but Duncan, and Tom's saying Berlin Wall.
I'm going SNES first, Berlin Wall second.
I'm saying Berlin Wall first.
Okay, so the SNES came out in 1990 in Japan. Berlin Wall came down in 1989.
Oh, crikey.
Very close to when I was born.
Yes, I remember being on all over the news, and
I remember
David Hasselhoff standing singing. Yeah.
Dear God, those were the days.
You're 2-2 now.
Yeah.
All right, Space Invaders was released in the arcades.
Ooh.
First Rocky film was released.
Oh, now the first Rocky
film was first.
Space Invaders was like 1977, was it, or something like that? 1977. First Rocky film was about 1979.
I'm going for the first Rocky movie.
I'm going to go for Space Invaders. Oh, we're going for opposite again.
Space Invaders was 1978. Rocky was 1976.
Oh! But I would say yay because that's the year I was born. I should have known that one. So Tom gets that point.
So first ever commercial camera phone was released in Japan. So I say Japan because that's where the first camera phone was released. So to buy, or the Dreamcast was released in Japan. What happened first? Obviously, you got the option of the same year, I should say, even though that hasn't happened yet. But
I would say it was the camera phone came first.
Yeah, what was the Dreamcast? 99?
Mm-hmm.
This is Japan.
So I'm going to go for camera phone, yeah.
You're both wrong. Dreamcast in Japan came out in 1998.
Okay, 98.
Camera phone came out in 1999.
0 points for both of us. Terrible.
Okay, the American occupation of Iraq begins. I had to put something that happened around this time, and that came up. Xbox Live launches.
Ooh.
We're going to.
Sorry, say that again.
The American occupation of Iraq begins. So this is when Saddam Hussein got over.
Yeah.
Or Xbox Live launches.
So Xbox Live was launched just with what's it called? Well, hang on. Do they class what was on the original Xbox as Xbox Live, or was that with the 360?
I just googled Xbox Live, and this is what it.
No, it was sort of a rhetorical or a question to Tom.
I didn't play the original Xbox hardly at all.
I mean, it didn't really have a hub like Xbox Live did, so I think it's what's with the 360. The 360 obviously had the blades back then. My God, that was so good, the blades. Yeah. Anyway, right. 2004. I'm going to go with American invasion of Iraq.
I'll agree.
Okay. The American occupation of Iraq was 2003. Xbox Live launched in 2004.
Hey!
You're both right.
T and D.
That was a guess.
MTV launches. Or Donkey Kong was released on arcade. What one came first? MTV or Donkey Kong or both?
MTV. Oh, blimey.
Donkey Kong.
MTV was going in the early 80s, though, wasn't it?
It might be both, actually.
Ooh, that's a good call.
I'm going to go for both.
Oh, do I agree or do I risk? Oh, here we go. Right, so let's go through the logic of this. MTV, it was definitely going in the 80s, but how early in the 80s? Donkey Kong, I remember playing that in the mid-80s. I don't know. Oh, Tom, you made it so hard for me. Oh, that's what she said. I am gonna go. Do you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for Tom's logic and say I think you're stuck in a same year.
Oh. So MTV launched in 1981.
Wow.
Donkey Kong was released in 1981.
Hey, good call, Tom. So we both got a point then.
I knew it was something like that.
Right, next one. The UK bans smoking from all public places.
Oh, I remember that.
Super Mario Galaxy was released on the Wii.
What year was Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii?
God, no idea.
I can tell you it was 2007 that the smoking was banned because I used to be a smoker. So I remember.
I'm going to say Mario Galaxy was first.
When did the Wii come out, though? Is that like
I think
2006?
Yeah, and I think it came out around the same time, like in the same year, but not at the beginning. But I don't know. I hated both. Not the band, obviously. I hated Mario. And
did Super Mario Galaxy 2 come out on the Wii?
Yes.
Oh, see, that tells me, yeah. I'm then going to go for, Super Mario Galaxy. I'm going to stick with Tom.
So the smoking ban was 2007. And Super Mario Galaxy came out in 2007. It was
he did a 2 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
The swine.
So
UK enters
0.
Lockdown. So this is quite recent.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 is released.
PlayStation 5.
What was that one again? The first one?
UK enters lockdown. PlayStation 5 is released.
Because when the Series X and the PlayStation 5 were 2019, UK lockdown was 2020.
Yeah, PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5. So I have it both in 2020.
No, I mean it was slightly before. The Xbox was slightly before, wasn't it? It was in November 2019. The Xbox Series X.
I think it was November 20. Oh yeah, I know because there was. I don't know. But I'm hoping that's right.
So
hang on, I'm just looking it up. No, yeah, you're right. 2020. Oh yeah, it was 2019, was it? It was 2020. Yeah.
Now I had doubt.
Yeah, and it was November the 10th for the Xbox Series X and November 12th for the PS5. There you go. So, yeah, we got a big fat 0 then, because you did 3 the same year.
Will I do 4 in a row? You never know.
No.
iPod was released.
Ooh, okay.
PlayStation 2 was released.
So PlayStation 2, 2001, I want to say. I would have been 23. Did I have people who I knew where I used to live before I moved down to here? In the iPod. I'm going to say PS2.
I'm going to say iPod.
Ooh.
The iPod was released in 2001. PlayStation 2 was released in 2000.
Oh, so it was the PlayStation 2. So I got the wrong year, but
yeah, you've got the wrong information, but the logic was correct. So you've got the okay. The first McDonald's was opened in the UK.
Ooh.
Well, the Atari 2600 was released in America.
Ooh. Now, the first UK one was in the 70s, I think. It was late 70s. So when was the 2600 released, Tom? Come on, you're the expert on this. Well, I say you're the expert. You'd probably more likely know than me.
I would say McDonald's came first.
Yeah, Joe, I remember playing on a 2600
because I think it was
UK
about
in the early 80s, like 81 or 82.
Like 82, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go McDonald's.
Yeah. The Atari was released in America in 1977.
Really?
McDonald's first opened in the UK in 1974. So you got it right.
Hey.
See, I thought the Atari came out in 82, but maybe I'm thinking of a different version.
Yeah, but he said in America.
True.
Also, I mean, you've got to. This is what people don't realise nowadays. When you get people who are like joining VPNs in New Zealand to play a game 4 hours earlier or 12 hours earlier than they would. So back when I was a kid, you used to have to wait a year and a half to play it compared to another part of the world.
Do you remember that? Crikey.
Yeah, I mean, we used to get lucky because we had quite a few big games were created in this country, so they came out relatively soon afterwards. But things like back in the day, let's say your latest Star Wars platformer on Super Nintendo, you'd hear about it on TV, and they'd maybe have an import version that was sent to them for a review. And they'd be like, look, here's the game, and people would be able to play it and all this kind of thing. And in the US, people would be playing it, or in Japan, they'd be playing it. And we literally would not get it for about another year. And that was the norm. Yeah. So, anyway.
Got four questions left. First ever Windows operating system. Or Super Mario Brothers was released on the NES.
Original Super Mario Brothers, I want to say 84. And now, obviously, the big Windows was 3.1. But obviously, there was 1 and 2 before that. I'm going to say the same year.
I'm going to agree.
Oh.
So Super Mario Bros. Was released in 1985. The first ever Windows operating system was also 1985. There you go.
I'm just going to stand here. Obviously, people can't see this on the podcast, but I've just got my arms up in a yay pose, and yay.
You're pretty wow. Well, did quite well.
Well done.
I did get the wrong year, though. I said 1984.
But yeah, the logic was right again. So Spice Girls released their first ever single. Pokemon Red and Blue is released in Japan on the Game Boy.
So Spice Girls is going to be mid-90s somewhere. I don't know, 94, 95. I think I remember going on holiday with my family and coming back, and there was some girl group who I'd seen before on some TV show that were terrible. Were suddenly number one, and everybody was talking about them. Yeah. So I'm going to say that was 94. What was Pokemon Red and Blue?
Yeah, released in Japan.
And that was on Game Boy. So Game Boy came out 1988, 89, and it was near the end of the life of the Game Boy. Oh, this is a hard one.
Sure.
So, Tom, you might know this. Pokemon, you had like obviously the original Pokemon, and then you had Black and White, you had Emerald and Sapphire, and Red and Blue, and all this kind of thing. Where was Red and Blue in that? Was it late on? No,
I've never been a Pokemon fan.
I've never been an expert on Pokemon, so I couldn't help you. I'm gonna say Spice Girls first.
And I'll just agree.
Ooh, so he's saying Pokemon first.
Spice Girls released their first single in 1996. Pokemon Red and Blue released in Japan in 1996.
Oh, it's the same.
Well, what you were saying earlier, in the UK, it came out in 1999. It was like a whole 3 years between Japan, and hence why I went with the Japan date, because it's closer to Spice Girls. Titanic was released, the film, not the boat, or Zelda Ocarina of Time was released.
So Titanic, I think it was 97. When was Ocarina of Time released? I'll tell you that Ocarina of Time, was that N64?
Yeah, I'd need a system as well, I think.
He's
got a clue.
Hang on. Can we ask our Zelda expert, please? Oh, hang on. That's Martin.
It's the highest rated game of all time. That's why I thought I'd add it.
Neither of us two like it. But should we get to know? So it was.
Yeah, it was. It's Nintendo 64.
N64, which came out, I want to say 96, and it wasn't a launch title, was it? No. So I'm going to say, maybe it was a launch title. I don't know. So I'm going to say Zelda.
And I'll just agree with him because I don't know.
Nor do I.
Titanic was 1997. Zelda was 1998.
Oh, so Tom gets that one.
How? I agreed with you.
Was there a Zelda that was a launch title with?
No. No, there was two on the N64, but Ocarina of Time was first, and it was Majora's Mask. Tom agreed with you, though, Duncan, so you both got that wrong.
I mean, I'll take it, but...
Oh, I thought you said I disagreed. Okay, cool. We've both gotten a 0 then. Right. Two more questions. Oh, is this the last question?
This is the last one, yeah. Coca-Cola Company was founded. Nintendo was founded.
Nintendo,
yeah, it was like 1876 or something, wasn't it? Making playing cards.
knowing how like Coca-Cola was like 1630.
Coca-Cola obviously were making cocaine-infused drinks. Slightly different to what they do nowadays, just addictive sugar this time. In fact, were they the 18th century, maybe? Oh, no. You've picked very good comparisons here.
Thank you.
Something in the back of my mind is telling me Coca-Cola was first.
So Coca-Cola, they're called Coca-Cola because they use the coca plant, and it's basically cocaine. So the original drinks that they made had cocaine in. Nintendo weren't a video game thing. Obviously, back 100 years plus, they made playing cards. But they were very successful, and yeah, so... do you know what? I'm going to go with what you first said, Tom, and I am going to agree with Tom and say Nintendo.
Dickhead, both want to say Nintendo was first.
Yep.
Yeah. Although, in the back of my head, I think it's Coca-Cola. But we'll go with Nintendo.
You can disagree if you want.
Nintendo was 1889. Coca-Cola was 1892. By 3 years, Nintendo is older than Coca-Cola.
Wow.
Yes, because they sold playing cards.
Yeah, the bottom fell out of the playing card industry, and they found that there was a new technology that one of the executives wanted to follow, I think, basically. So, out of 15, Tom, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I got
60. There should be 60. Unless I missed a question. I've missed the question.
You've missed a question?
Yeah. All right, we'll do it. Sorry. Yeah, I just realised Pac-Man was released in the arcades. Thriller was released by Michael Jackson. The album.
Now, Thriller, I want to say, was 1984. Pac-Man.
Are we talking the album or the video?
Of course, you're a big Michael Jackson aficionado.
The album Thriller was released.
Yeah, it was 1984, was it?
I'm not telling you. I am going to go. Guess first, then. I'm going to go with Pac-Man was first.
Yeah, I was going to go with Pac-Man as well.
And I think
Pac-Man was 1983.
No, I'm going to say Pac-Man was 80, and I'm going to say Thriller was 82.
Thriller was 82. Ooh.
Tom got both dates exactly right. Both years exactly right. Pac-Man was 1980, and was 1982. Maybe Tom should get a bonus point. I don't know. I'm not the boss.
Hang on. I got loads of them. Like, the Fall of the Berlin Wall, and I got Titanic coming out, and all sorts. Sure. So I get 100 bonus points. Excellent. Right.
And then we take them off and give them to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 you got, Tom, because you got that last one right. 1, 2.
No, do.
Now, the 17th question. Did I get fewer points than you, more points than you, or the same points as you?
I don't know.
I got the same points. Unfortunately, we drew, Tom.
Oh, that means we need a deciding question.
We do need a deciding question. Tell you what, I'll find the question. Answer it. Yeah, which came first? PlayStation 3 or Henry VIII?
And only Duncan's allowed to answer.
And only I'm allowed to answer. There you go. Yeah. And by Henry VIII, I meant Henry VIII video game that came out this week. So, you lose. But no, we drew. After all that, anybody who listened through that,
we're sorry.
No, it was fantastic quiz. Thank you.
It was good.
And let us know your scores.
Yeah,
that was really good. I enjoyed that.
I did as well. Let's do it again.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again another time. So, again, 18th of July, if you're going to be at Nottingham Video Game Expo, come say hello. Let us know you're coming.
Yeah, check out their link on Eventbrite. They're on there.
And also we will be posting a discount code. So keep an eye on our socials. And on that note, it will be Facebook, Focus on Gaming, and focusongaming.co.uk for all our episodes. Like and subscribe, leave a review, ask us a question, tell us to shut up, but we won't. So,
or just Duncan.
Yeah, just me, really. Yeah. Please, Duncan, will you please let them talk? They do have something to say. Yeah. You know, you two could actually say, "Shut up, Duncan, I'm trying to talk."
We would never say that to you because we care too much.
And you want to fill an hour.
Yeah. And on that
note,
it's bye from him.
Bye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Martin.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.